we've talked about general terms on NFTs. Now we're going to look at some of the NFT basics. So let's look at them. First of all, when NFTs are created, the term we use is called minting. The NFT is recorded on a blockchain. A new block is created for each NFT, and the information is validated through consensus. In other words, several thousand computers will validate that this transaction took place, and that block is closed. The process often entails incorporating smart contracts, and inside the contract, there's ownership and manage how you handle it and the transferability right inside the NFT. So even though you'll have this digital representation, whatever that may be, really that digital representation is nothing more than a smart contract, and you're seeing the face of the smart contract. It's a unique creature altogether. The tokens are minted, they have a unique identifier on the blockchain address, and each token has an owner with the ownership information that's publicly available. Now, it doesn't say Herbie Jones, located on 555 Penelope Lane. No, it doesn't have that on it. It's all in computer code. But if you know how to read the computer code, you can actually figure out who actually created it and who the owner is at that moment. Now, this process is so unique because you're cutting one separate block in the blockchain for each NFT. If you created 5,000 NFTs and the outside representation looked identical to the one before, it would still have a different address on it and a different number and a different block in the blockchain. So that would really keep it exactly the same, but you'd have all these different addresses in there. So you could conceivably make 5,000 of exactly the same thing, say it's unique, and boom, and you would be technically correct. But that's how specific this type of cryptocurrency is. And even though it's just a one item thing, it really is a unique crypto. So like fiat money, cryptocurrencies are fungible. In other words, you can trade or exchange them one for another, but not NFTs. There really is no correlation in the market between cryptocurrency and NFTs. You'll see on this PowerPoint slide, you can see the difference between the cryptocurrency and the actual NFTs. There is no relationship. It's a matter of choice, taste, if you like it or not, uniqueness, how much money is in the economy. So you'll see issues like that, but really there is no relationship between the two when it comes to marketability. One Bitcoin's always the same value as another Bitcoin. A dollar in US currency is still the same as another dollar. So the fungibility characteristic makes crypto money suitable as a secure medium of transaction, but the NFTs shift the crypto paradigm because each NFT is unique and irreplaceable, making it possible for one non-fungible token to replace it with another one. So digital representation of assets like digital passports, because each token is unique, non-transferable. They can actually, surprisingly, because of the way you make the digital art, is normally has multiple layers on top of it. So when you make it, you have a base layer, then you have a second layer, and so on. You can have 15 layers, even more if you really wanted to, on an NFT, because it really is a digital document to begin with before we transfer it into the blockchain. So with that, you can actually take one NFT and layer it on top of another one and make a third unique NFT if that's what you chose to do. So the most famous case of NFTs is CryptoKitties. It was launched in November 2017. They're digital representations of cats with unique identification on Ethereum's blockchain. Ethereum is an ideal medium for all NFTs because of the nature of it, because it's designed for smart contracts. So each kitty is unique and has a different price. They reproduce among themselves and create new offspring with other attributes and valuation compared to their parents. It was the absolute rage. Here's an example of some of them that are out there. The game is about breedable, collectible, and oh, so adorable creatures. Each cat's a one-of-a-kind, 100% owned. It can't be replicated, taken away, or destroyed. Never have to worry about these cats going to the pound to worry about euthanasia, because they're out there forever, as beautiful and gorgeous as these can possibly be. People like them. Okay, everybody has their own taste. Anyway, here's other opportunities. Photography, you can take pictures of it because pictures are often digital nowadays, and you can have total or partial ownership. You can take pictures, send it for a wedding, send them out with really as NFTs, sit down and sell them to the bride and groom and whoever else wants them for a fee. Sports, digital art based upon celebrities and sports personalities. You can have trading cards. People have already tried this. They can be traded in video games. NFTs can represent membership or unlock benefits. I have this, so I'm a member of this organization. Yes, and that's already happening out there. Virtual worlds, anything from avatar wearables to digital property, art. You can see here on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, that was the most expensive piece of art ever sold. That was an NFT. It actually is a walking figure going from world to world inside of a box. It's rather interesting. That's the most expensive thing that was ever sold in the NFTs. You can have the collectibles. You already saw the Bored Ape Yacht Club, the Crypto Punks, the Pudgy Panda. You'll have them out over there. The domain names, the NFTs represent the ownership for your website. Artists can tokenize their music, granting buyers the rights the artist wants them to have, whatever that may be. So a lot of this came from Investopedia through Rajesh Sharma. So he really is an excellent author on this topic. So, but at the close, NFTs are fundamentally different than any other crypto. The value is their individuality. Their value is no relationship to currencies, and they're an excellent way to diversify portfolios. And here you have a beautiful ape picture. Maybe you would want to buy one just like that to hang on your wall or on your computer, or maybe just stuff it into your crypto wallet. Anyway, NFTs, they're a unique form and they're kind of fun, sometimes expensive. Take care.